What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. It's currently like 1 a.m. I should be in bed, but I decided, guys, to pull the YELI to try and get this Ethernet rally done. So I have some footage. I just want to talk shop about early testing. There's a lot of information I was already able to get, but might as well kill some time and give you guys the early takes, early testing, and what I found, as well as provide some gameplay footage here. So let's go and just talk shop while I let this play out. I was trying to once again complete this Ethernet rally, but as y'all can see, there's a server maintenance. Apparently some of the packs for the Apex shop packs were not correctly displayed. So unfortunately, I can't do further testing until the servers come back up. However, guys, let me just say, so this yellow you see right here, I probably have some footage from some earlier clips at the start of the video just to showcase like the chain attacks. But she seems to be doing some insane damage, and she is so much fun, guys. I can't believe it. So my initial take was that this YELI character would be like, you know, more of a whale, like heavy investment unit, and I think that's definitely going to be true. The fact that she can hit so many times on S1, I think you really want to give her a lot of lattice investment, as of course with most attackers, but her especially, I think, can make use of at least 8 gold lattices in S1, S2, and then honestly, you probably, for other areas of the game, especially PvP, want to get at least 2 into S3, and if you plan to run her as like a solo DPS, as I'm doing here, for the Dahlia, you want to have her probably at maxed out to get that -1 turn cooldown to cycle even better through the S3s to get those defense break uptime. Now, guys, in initial testing, I was able to see that Lily does not pull her. I haven't been able to test Battle Will yet, but I know that was one of the big questions I had. So don't worry, guys. If you don't have Lily, it seems like she's going to be very good even without her. And honestly, that's kind of refreshing. I like content that doesn't need Lily. And I was worried that if she was able to proc her and then she could start chaining through that follow-up, then of course, you know, that would just be even more more reasons to complain about not having Lily, or just to, you know, showcase how broken that character is. But overall, I really like her kit. The AoE damage seems good. These chain attacks are crazy. Most of the times, y'all can see here, unless you get lucky, you'd only hit around 2 to 3 times. But the damage, once you invest the S2, I think I have her S2 maxed out at +5. And then I was able to get, I think, like +2 into S1. And then once I max out S1 too, we're going to be even doing more damage. But right now, I'm currently running a heavy crit damage, crit chance revelation build on, I believe it is... it's not momentum. I think this set that I'm rocking is the what do you call it? The Keen Eye, Fury, and then Fury Edge. So capped out crit chance, a lot of crit damage, and not too much attack. Now for Revelation, if you guys didn't know, sorry, that's already planned. Let's go ahead and just play this again. If Revelation, if you didn't know, really wants to have more attack, and so I could see myself trying like what I was talking about with Shiata, maybe doing some kind of onslaught battle will build. But honestly, guys, even when you hit a lot on this Revelation, I don't know if it's actually the play. So as we can see here, it's going to proc on the S3. We get those bonus like 8K, 9K, 8K. So that's honestly quite a lot, right? It's definitely good. Revelation is definitely good, especially with S3, especially if you chain a lot of S1s, you know, more than 2. I think it's going to be very strong. However, I think there's another shell that I want to talk with you guys about here in just a second. But do you see those crits? We're hitting like 23K, 20K. Now, of course, that is on a defense break, and this is kind of a sandbag fight. But yeah, guys, in terms of just pure damage, I think this YELI character could definitely power creep units like Messiah. Now, Messiah, of course, will still have his uses, mainly the fact that he can ignore, you know, defense. So, you know, he has his abilities of... you know, his invincibility, and then ignoring defense, ignoring the passives like one-shotting Hoyans, things like that. I think Messiah will still be useful, especially for PvP. But I think for PvE, if you just want a unit that you can throw in everywhere, as long as you're ready to invest into her, guys, YELI might be the real deal. Of course, this is just very initial testing. I'm going to have another video out later. But since maintenance is going on, I wanted to share my excitement and talk about the early takes. Now, let me pull up something else here. Let's go ahead and pause this real fast. And I want to pull up something. So I was actually going to plan to put out this video tonight instead, which is my the Mythic Shell tier list, and I go into every single one and talk about all their uses, why things are here. So don't worry about this too much, guys. Don't question it. You'll see this video very shortly. But instead, let's take the time right now to talk about what I think might be YELI's best artifact. So I was rocking the Revelation, and even though I wasn't on, you know, the full attack build with Battle Will and stuff to get even more procs, I still think it's very powerful, right? The S3 multi-hit, and then you have the follow-up S1, which will chain at least twice, if not 3-4 times. That's going to give you a lot of Revelation procs or extra damage during this effect. In my clip testing, it was like an extra like 8 to 9k per hit, which is very, very strong. That's true damage. So definitely not bad at all. Golden Lion, I do want to test here, but you know what's crazy? I kind of found that she was already landing defense breaks pretty consistently, even in the Ethernet boss that I was doing, which is on the 3rd map. She should have some, you know, at least some resistances. The Golden Lion may not be needed, and in fact, I think this might not be the play, especially in much shorter fights, right? In extended fights, I think it could be good. Especially maybe if you're rocking your YELI as your main like defense breaker. However, I think this might be a little overrated, even though it does seem to fit her perfectly. Instead, guys, what I've been kind of talking with some people is the count might actually be one of the better shells, not just for PvP, because it does have, you know, the life, the healing, but I think just the massive amount of attack and the fact that it lasts for 2 turns. I think those windows could be super strong. And then if you add anything like shell reduction cooldown, we could have an insanely high uptime. So keep an eye out on this shell as well. The last one I need to test, of course, is White Fang. And I think White Fang will maybe just be in the middle. The thing is that a lot of people will just have their White Fangs ready to go because Nico Nana is, you know, being farmed right now. And ultimately, guys, even though I'm theory crafting what might the best min-max shell is, realistically, in a theory restart, and not just for shells, you're going to just want to use the best set you have, right? So for a lot of you guys that are farming Nico Nana Inferno, which just got nerfed today, it got made a lot easier. You're probably going to have your Inferno shell. Your first Inferno shell will probably be something like White Fang, meaning that's going to have your like Fury, your Fury Momentum, your Fury Kenai, plus a Fury Edge or like a Swift Raid, right? I recommend Fury Edge unless you're doing Revelation. And that means that just rock the White Fang for now on your YELI. It's going to provide you the best value. The Inferno shell stats plus the extra Fury Edge, if you have it, are just going to be much better than like a subpar count or Golden Lion or Revelation. Yeah. But in my findings right now, I think Revelation is solid, but I do want to test the count. So that means I'm going to have to go to the drawing board and start farming this guy. Unfortunately, I wasn't using Real Mocha, who is like the main use, so it's going to take me a while to get like a 3-3-3 shell. So for a long time, I'll just be rocking the my Fury Keen Edge Revelation for now, and I think it's still very good. And then if anyone's able to test Golden Lion, guys, let me know. That one might have to wait for me. I think I want to test the count first, because I think this one has the highest potential overall. But guys, overall, I think my initial findings of YELI are extremely good. Free to plays, unless you're ready to invest. If you have other DPS, you may want to skip. Apex is in this game. While are still cheaper than other games, you know, that's still a heavy investment. But go ahead and just wait for my full testing. Once the servers come back up, I'm going to do a lot more, you know, gameplay. We'll test her in every area, Doki, PvP, Teramaton, all that good stuff, Aurora. And I'll let you know the full findings later today. So thank you so much, guys. Hope you enjoyed this early preview. Thank you for keeping me company while I wait for this maintenance. And I'll catch you guys later today. Peace out.